The next character review is Abel, the man with no past. Now, Abel is a mixed martial arts fighter that was found by a group of mercenaries in a Shadowloo lab, and he participates in the tournament to find remnants of the Shadowloo so he can learn more about his past. And like I said, he's a mixed martial arts fighter, and one of his special attacks, the change of direction, is actually a 3-hit combo that can hit high, low, or a mix-up of 2. He also has a roll dodge and a wheel kick, and a special throw called the tornado throw, where he spins his opponent in a Ferris wheel circular motion and throws him or her on the opposite side of the stage. Or opposite direction of the stage, I'm sorry. His special attack, the Soulless, is a flurry of combo attacks followed by a throw, but however, it's not really a very close range attack. You don't have to be close range in order for it to connect. It can be done in medium range as well. The bottom line, I do like Abel a lot. He's actually my favorite new character that's playable from the beginning in Street Fighter 4. A lot has been revealed about in his backstory, but I'm not going to spoil any of it. And he's proof that just because he doesn't have a projectile attack doesn't mean he sucks. Abel gets an A+. Next on the review is Seth, the final boss of the game, and the very last character that is unlockable in Street Fighter 4. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't like him that much. Not because he was a cheap and annoying boss, almost every fighting game boss is that way and I'd rather have him that way. But it's because he's really unoriginal up the wazoo. But before I explain why, let's check out his backstory. Seth is a genetically modified weapon of Shadowloo and is the chief executive officer of the organization SIN, Shadowloo's weapons division. Despite being part of Shadowloo, he swears no allegiance to its leader, M. Bison. Instead, he wishes to gather data of fighters around the world for himself and for his police project so he can, you guess it, take over the world.
Of course!
Now let's move on to his appearance and fighting style. With the exception of a few moves he has like his ultra combo and that kick that does a bunch of damage when he hits him right, most of his moves are just modified versions of pre-existing characters' moves. He has Guile's Sonic Boom, Ryuken Shoryuken, Dhalsim's Stretchy Arms and Yoga Teleport, and Zangiv's Spinning Pile Driver. His physique and basic fighting style is also a copy of Street Fighter 3's Gil and Urian's. Bottom line, I was hoping for a more unique final boss to this game. I mean, he's still a pretty cool villain, but I'd rather face bosses with movesets that do not consist of other characters' moves. So therefore, Seth gets a C. Now for the final character to review, Gouken. To me, Gouken was the biggest surprise to this game because for over a decade he was presumed dead by both some of the Street Fighter characters and by fans. For those who don't know who Gouken is, he is the brother of Akuma and sensei to both Ryu and Ken. He was supposedly killed by Akuma with the Raging Demon attack, but it turns out that he was just put in a very long coma. Now he awakens from his slumber to help Ryu overcome the Satsui no Hado, and probably to finish the score with Akuma. As for fighting style, well, he's an Satsukin fighter, so not much can be explained there. His Hadouken is not only chargeable, but it can also fire in different directions depending on which punch button you press. His Hurricane Kick is actually a vertical attack as opposed to it usually being horizontal, except in the cases where he does it in midair. And his Dragon Punch is a vertical attack. And he also has the Ultra Combo, the Shin Shoryuken, which, if you played Street Fighter 3 as Ryu, you already know about the attack. When it properly connects, Gouken throws two very powerful punches, one to the gut and one to the chin, and then he finishes with a high Dragon Punch uppercut that sends him flying to the air. Bottom line, I think Gouken's actually pretty awesome. I guess the reason why Capcom resurrected him was probably because some fans were asking questions like, well, how does Gouken fight? I mean, but now we know, and you know what, I'm glad that he was actually put into the game. It's probably going to piss off some people who want to see consistencies with their storyline, but you don't want to screw them. I hope to actually become better with him as I continue to play as him more in Street Fighter 4. So Gouken gets an A+, and with that, Darkscream217 sign out.